The other one, 6'8", number 42.
Hi everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burt, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. Let's take a look at the numbers for Spencer Dinwiddie.
He's been playing a much bigger role in their offense over the past 5 games. It comes across in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Edwards is out there with Jones. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's PJ Washington. And it's Marshall in at the 2. And it's Indiana's ball. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
On the Pacers' doors last season, trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a 2-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Good work there as it goes. Nembhard's got 5 points so far.
And Mathurin proving he can be unselfish, wanting to find his teammates.
Pass to Washington. 5 to shoot. And here's Edwards from the arc. It's rebounded by Neesmith. For Indiana, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. It's up a 3. Up again. Siakam on the foul.
Well, you love the relentless energy from Siakam. It's sort of a staple of his game. Gets to the offensive glass there.
Back to Dinwiddie. Dallas, no good that time either. Indiana's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Nembhard. Here's Turner, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, great ball movement there.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
Timeout, timeout. I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month. The shot block leaders. Second, Miles Turner.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
On defense, Indiana. Marshall passes to Washington. Marshall sets a screen for Washington. Looking to end the run, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Siakam. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb, averaging about 27 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch, someone the other players look up to.
And Doris, when you look at Aaron Nesmith, he is someone that has accepted readily more responsibility over time.
There's no question, Kevin, and what I love is he didn't let not playing early in his career affect his outlook. In fact, it almost added an edge and spurred him to incredible improvement. He's an excellent defensive player. He's worked hard to become a three-point shooter. It's somebody defenses must now account for from range. You love the work put in.
And so Nesmith nails both of them. And teams getting geared up great for the stretch run. Does that give you extra motivation as a player?
Oh, yes. Seeing that finish line can really help you out down the stretch. As a player, ending the year strong is key, whether you're in the playoff race or in the locker.
Dallas making a switch here. Christie's checked in. Here's Indiana. They've picked up 11 straight. Pass to Nesmith. From past the arc, it's rebounded by Dallas.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Dinwiddie finds Edwards. There's a screen by Washington. And here's Marshall, just 5 to shoot. Over Mathurin. Marshall gets the bucket.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Now here's Turner. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Siakam's shot is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Dinwiddie outside. Here's Washington. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
What a find by Spencer Dinwiddie. Defense keys in on him, and he decides to make the nice pass.
Pass to Siakam. Now Turner. Now Nesmith. Here's Mathurin. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And Indiana making a change here. Shepard's checked in. Dinwiddie with it. Still yet to score. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
Yeah, they never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
First free throw is good.
One thing you have to love about Spencer Dinwiddie is his confidence. Here's a guy who knows he belongs, and he's proving it with his play night after night.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Pass to Mathurin. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And using that body to his advantage, Mathurin will learn to control his strength as he grows in the league.
Here's Christie. 12 points his last outing. Dinwiddie for 3. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Nembhard the pass to Siakam. Mathurin with the ball. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap of young stars and positional fits for each side. Boy, when you think about Benedict Mathurin, this guy is a talented, aggressive scorer. His ceiling very high. He's going to have to be a little more efficient.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Edwards. Mathurin hits them both. Mavericks trail by 8. Pass to Marshall. Sinks that one from the post.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now, here's Nesmith. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Nembhard makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Nembhard's got 7.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Powell kicks to Marshall. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Pass to Shepard. Here's Mathurin, and again it's Indiana.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Aaron Nesmith.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pacers.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
We've also seen them show a willingness to take advantage of the mid-range opportunities. The defense conceding these looks, and they're cashing in.
Some changes for Indiana. Ryan is checked in for Benedict Mathurin. Toppin comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Andrew Nembhard. Marshall hits them both. Indiana leading by 5. Here's McConnell. 11-point game his last outing. Toppin inside. Washington's on him. Toppin can't get it to go. Now here's Marshall. Nesmith covering. Washington with the screen on Bryant. 6 on the shot clock. Powell the pass to Marshall. It's rebounded by Nesmith.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
From 6 away, and Bryant finishes inside.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Dinwiddie kicks to Powell. Pass to Marshall. Now, here's Washington. Toppin covering. Washington, that's good.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. Here's Dinwiddie. The Pacers making the shot. And the three ball is good. Dinwiddie's got 5.
Boy, the long-range work from Spencer Dinwiddie. Over the years, this former second-round pick has increased his range.
Toppin, good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Marshall drops in the layup for 2. 11 points in the game.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your moves. You gotta dance like everyone else.
Jarris Walker, he's checked in for Aaron Nesmith. Then for the Mavericks, Jones checked in for Washington, and it's Hardy in for Najee Marshall. .135 left to play in the first. Here's McConnell. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
The three ball. It's rebounded by Indiana. Last time they met was in Dallas where they beat the Mavericks.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
Pass to Christie. Powell with a screen on Walker. Christie can't make it. Indiana leading by 7. Shepard the pass to Bryant. Over Christie. Bryant's shot is off.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Dinwiddie wide open. Bangs home the trifecta. Dinwiddie's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Dallas. Now Toppin. Bryant a screen on Jones. Benedict Mathurin has been leading the charge for Indiana. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We come back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for Dallas. Trailing by 4, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
You know what? There was a lot of standing around in that basketball game. Failing to move bodies and failing to move the basketball is a bad formula.
So with Bryant sitting on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. They're going with Mathurin and Neesmith on the wings. Siakam is out there with Obi Toppin. And it's Nembhard in at the point guard position. Well, Doris, before we started playing basketball, Siakam was on the path to priesthood. And there are a lot of GMs in the NBA saying, amen, that he chose basketball.
Kevin, this young man actually attended a seminary and didn't pick up a basketball until he was 16. But even with that, he's built himself into an all-star and a champion. An incredible journey.
And that one misses. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Turner's checked in for Toppin. For three, Edwards. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Turner with the screen for Mathurin. And the three off target. Mavericks trail by 6. Pass to Jones. Here is Edwards. Dallas moving it around. Edwards a screen on Turner. Jones, that's for 2, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Nembhard's shot is good.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Right side Jones. And stolen by Siakam. Mathurin passes to Nembhard. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 7. From the arc. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Well, he has proven that you've got to respect the long-range ability of Spencer Dinwiddie. Nice.
Pulls it from 20, and he hits the jump shot. Mathurin's got 10 points. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Washington, he's checked in for Dallas. Marshall comes in for Hardy. Here's Washington. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. 6 points for him.
Maintained his concentration beautifully as he double clutched and laid it in against some tight D.
Got a piece of it. Clock at 6. Turner for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Here's Marshall. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Mavericks have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And he makes the first. Marshall hits them both. Indiana leading. Siakam outside. Drills it from outside. Siakam's got his second basket of the night.
There's no hesitation in catch-and-shoot situations for Pascal Siakam. He has turned himself into a legitimate threat.
And Mathurin has got the ball here for the Pacers. Here's Nembhard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
2 shots. Andrew Nembhard.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Nembhard. And he makes both free throws.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Pass to Marshall. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Siakam's got his 5th rebound in this one. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. Christie kicks to Edwards. Now, here's Marshall. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
That is nicely done by Spencer Dinwiddie, just getting the ball into the hands of a shooter.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
The Pacers making a switch here. Shepard's checked in. That's good for Marshall.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Inside. Pass to Shepard. Off target from 3-point range. Mavericks trailed by 4. And Marshall kicks to Washington. Here's Powell. Neesmith covering. This is a list of the guys that have been dialed in at the free throw line lately since the All-Star break. No one has been better. Spencer Dinwiddie on top.
And one look at his numbers since the break, and you can see how comfortable he's been at the foul line.
First one falls for him.
Boy, Dwight Powell is such a hard-playing, athletic big man. He could fit himself into any scheme right now.
Hardy, he's checked in for Dallas. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Pacers leading by 3. To the paint. Here's Siakam. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Siakam's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, a little bit of quality defense will not deter Pascal Siakam. Go to work.
Hardy passes to Marshall. Powell with a screen on Mathurin. Marshall can't hit.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Mavericks trail by 7. Pass to Edwards. Powell with a screen on Mathurin. Marshall passes to Powell. Shepard with the ball. A 14-point game for him in the win against Minnesota.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Now, here's Washington. He's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collected huge amounts of rebounds.
Siakam outside. Back to Nembhard. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Nembhard's got 17 now. And here's Edwards from the arc. It's rebounded by Neesmith. Smith has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Nembhard's shot is good.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Now here's Hardy. No scoring in this one. Powell sets a screen for Marshall. Back to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Hardy passes to Powell. Here's Washington, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 8 points for him.
Well, they love to see Powell
timeout.
keep his eyes up and look for his teammates. The more assists they get out of him, the more dangerous their offense will be.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. For Indiana. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Benedict Mathurin. Toppin comes in for Pascal Siakam. Jarris Walker, he's checked in for Aaron Nesmith. And it's TJ McConnell in for Andrew Nembhard. Then for the Mavericks, Jones checked in for Edwards. Christie subbed in for Najee Marshall. And so it's Indiana with it. Pass to Toppin. And Bryant kicks to Toppin. Bryant with a screen on Jones. Toppin can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 9. Now here's Hardy. Nothing on the board. Jones, no luck.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
It took some time, DB, but it's starting to come together, it seems, for Obi Toppin.
Kevin, the athleticism has always been there for Obi. I think the question was, how could he help his team beyond being a vertical threat at the rim? He now is in the perfect spot. You play with pace. He's starting to be able to put it on the deck, and now he's got to improve his defense. I think one thing that's clear with Obi Toppin is he has a drive to keep improving. He knows he's got some talent, but it's about the work you put in.
And both free throws good for Toppin. Mavericks trail by 11. And here's Hardy. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Washington, that's for 2. It's rebounded by Bryant. Toppin against Jones. Toppin dishes to Bryant. Shot clock at 6. And the wide open shot from McConnell connects from three-point range. McConnell's got the lead up to 14 now for Indiana. Pass to Washington. To the middle, Jones. And it's blocked.
Boy, impressive defense from Toppin. Twice on the pipe, send it back.
Indiana moving it around. Here's Bryant. And he banks in the layup. Bryant's got 8 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Hardy, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
McConnell kicks to Toppin. Wants to get it to Bryant and does. Pass to McConnell. Shoots over Hardy. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now here's Jones. To end the drought, the Pacers pull it in. Bryant's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For Indiana, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
For Indiana, Shepherd, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Neesmith, he's checked in for the Pacers. And Dallas with a change here too. Dinwiddie's checked in for Hardy. That one is no good. Mavericks trail by 18. Here's Christie. Scoreless thus far. Here's Powell. His first attempt of the game finds the target.
Really crucial that Powell knocks down these mid-range jumpers. It allows some spacing for his teammates.
Pass to Bryant. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Bryant's got 10 points in the game.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Powell, that's good.
Now, Powell, a terrific option in the pick and roll, knows to slash and finish.
Now McConnell, 5 points in the game. Outside Bryant. No one near Shepherd as he lets it go. No good with the triple. Pass to Dinwiddie. Now Powell. Top and covering from deep three-point land. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Indiana out in front, up by 16. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Pascal. The identity of this team is at the defensive end. So how satisfying is it to lock them down like you did in the first?
It's great. I mean, we're a defensive team first, and I mean, that's what I like about our team, and the fact that we just go out there and get steals and get easy buckets on the other end. It's always great to play good defense.
Yeah, that's what you guys do. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Indiana Pacers.
When you could dominate on the boards like that, this is how it's going to be. Physicality and determination are a winning recipe, Ernie.
Yeah, the rebound margin really does tell the story here. And another important topic, injuries. Let's take a look at what's happening across the NBA.
The Nuggets are struggling with the injury problems. Jokic brings so much to this team. His absence cannot be understated. They're missing a nightly triple-double threat. Those are huge shoes to fill at the center position.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Mavericks. It's a 16-point game on the court for the Mavericks. They've got Edwards. He's out there with Jones. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with P.J. Washington. And it's Marshall in at the shooting guard position. Outside, Mathurin wants to get it to Turner and does. Over Jones. And it's good off the back rim and in. Turner's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Marshall. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got 4 assists now tonight. Pass to Nembhard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Nembhard's got 21 in the game.
Boy, we have seen Pascal Siakam really elevate his passing skills. What an outstanding distribution right there.
Now Marshall. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And with the pause and the action, let's look at the numbers for Marshall. Averaging about 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Dinwiddie with the steal. And now here comes Marshall, leading the break. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball, and I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. Pacers leading by 18. Siakam outside. Pass to Turner. Over Washington, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Dinwiddie outside. And it's sent back by Turner.
Miles Turner with that length sends it back twice on the pipes. Miles.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. We have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Miles Turner.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor. And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Fades. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Now, here's Washington. Neesmith with the ball. 8 points for him. Here's Nembhard. Rebound by Marshall. Marshall's got his 4th rebound in this one. Dinwiddie right side. Pass to Marshall. Jones sets the pick for Marshall. Good on the triple. Marshall's got 21.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now, Washington following the 3-point attempt by Miles Turner. Mathurin against Dinwiddie. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Hardy, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Substitution number 1, Jaden Hardy.
4 on the clock. And good that time. Hardy's got his first basket of the night.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Turner with a screen for Mathurin. It's good from long range. And the Pacers lead by 18.
Boy, a lot of confidence to Mathurin's game. That efficiency has to get better, but he is not shy.
Pass to Hardy. Lets it go with a 3. Traps in the tray.
Timeout, timeout.
Hardy's got 5.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. The Pacers making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. Christie comes in for Edwards. Indiana leading by 15. Outside Mathurin. Siakam deciding where to go with it. Bradley passes to Mathurin, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
What a motor. Mathurin can go all night, and he has. What a performance.
Back to Dinwiddie. 6 to shoot. No good on the 3.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Poke loose. Mathurin. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
You can see why Mathurin was a top 10 pick, right? When this young man gets going, he is very difficult to stop.
Powell sets a screen for Dinwiddie. That shot, no good. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Nembhard. 21 points in the game. Mathurin for 3. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Pass to Marshall. Powell with a screen on Siakam. Marshall can't hit.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Toppin, he's checked in for Siakam. Shepard comes in for Benedict Mathurin. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Andrew Nembhard. Jones checked in for the Mavericks. And so Nesmith nails both of them. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. To the inside, and he goes in for the dunk.
Well, this is a point guard who can flat get off the floor. Dinwiddie using his vertical to his advantage.
Launches it. They get it back. Here's Bradley, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Pacers have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
At the line, for the Pacers, Tony Bradley, 2 shots.
That one is off. And he sinks the second. Dallas has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Jones sets the pick for Dinwiddie. That three off the mark.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
Back to McConnell. Pass to Neesmith. Bradley is screen on Christie. A nice shot by Neesmith.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Shot clock at 6. Shoots the three, sinks the triple. And it's 8 points for Jaden Hardy.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
McConnell kicks to Toppin. That's good, and it's McConnell with the assist. McConnell's got his 5th assist in this one. Outside, Jones. Pass to Marshall. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Obi Toppin. Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
Marshall taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good for Marshall. Washington's checked in for Hardy. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
The shot's good from Christie.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to DM up.
Bradley sets the pick for Toppin. And again, it's Indiana.
Well, you're talking about a player who can be effective as a roll man or the guy handling the ball in the pick and roll action. Obi Toppin can be a tough matchup, folks.
Here's Christie. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Pass to Neesmith. McConnell, a good look, and the wing jumper offline.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Dinwiddie passes to Jones. Marshall with it. Back to Jones. Out that one. Jones has got 4 points in the quarter. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Checked in for Tony Brantley. And what hot hands have been coming from the ranks of the small forwards this past month. A look at the leading shooting percentages for those players. Well, you look at Neesmith, a great player, 2nd in the league.
And that is such an efficient group offensively. That really is the best way to describe them. I mean, they never force anything and always wait for the right shot.
You know, in addition to that patience and efficiency, they're each extremely talented natural scorers. They've got the kind of precise form all young players would do well to replicate.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
And the first one at the line is good.
Boy, as you watch him now, it's amazing that Thomas Bryant ever fell to the second round in the draft. He's big, he's skilled, he knows the game.
So he gets them both.
And a good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half, doing a great job at the line.
Dinwiddie dishes to Marshall. Driving the lane. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Toppin passes to Bryant. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bryant's got 4 points in the quarter.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Indiana's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Toppin against Christie. Now here's Toppin. Takes a 3. The shot will not fall. And so it's the Indiana Pacers holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Andrew Nembhard is out there with Shepard, and it's Mathurin in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Here's Christie, drills the 3-pointer.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Siakam outside. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Nembhard. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Nembhard's got 24. Down low. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Christie the pass to Marshall. Over Mathurin. Again, the Mavericks score.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
To the paint. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
That he's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and think there were years because he was playing alongside another big that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Free throw good, Mathurin.
Well, you think about Benedict Mathurin and all he offers offensively. Has a polished shooting motion and plenty of confidence.
Pass to Siakam. Here's Nembhard. Misses the 3. Dinwiddie outside. And stolen by Siakam. from outside the arc, and the Pacers can't get it to go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Edwards with the screen for Dinwiddie. Dallas no good that time either.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
And Turner the bucket on the assist from Shepherd. Turner's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, Miles Turner can carve space. Don't let that lean frame fool you. He can get inside and score deep.
Here's Jones. Connects on the 17-footer.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
There's the screen. Shepherd, that's good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Christie can't make it.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Hits it from three-point range.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Back to Dinwiddie. Pass to Jones. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
That free throw, no good.
And I like the drive of this kid. Mathurin, really a team player.
Obi Toppin's checked in for Indiana. Hardy, he's checked in for Dallas. Washington comes in for Edwards. Good on the second free throw. Doris, why is there so much parity around the NBA now?
Yeah, Kevin, I think the new salary cap rules have certainly contributed to what we're seeing in terms of that parity. Super teams are more difficult to assemble. The talent is more evenly spread. And obviously, it has made for a greater level of competition. What could be better?
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good for Marshall. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Dinwiddie for 3. The rebound by Shepherd.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
They double-team Siakam. Here's Toppin. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Washington's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Christie the pass to Hardy. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Friday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Detroit Pistons. Then on Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
And Kevin, things could get ugly for this team during this road stretch. They just haven't had the same focus nor execution that we've seen from them when they're at home.
And he's good on the second. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another. It matters.
Now here's Hardy. Dallas moving the ball around. Pass to Marshall. There's the triple. Nembhard grabs the board.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
The three, and once again off the mark by Indiana. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Hardy, and stolen by Siakam. Here's Shepard, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Spencer Dinwiddie.
At the line, for the Pacers, Shepard, 2 shots.
That free throw good from Shepard. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Dallas Mavericks. And here is Washington. 6 on the shot clock, and there it is for him. Here's McConnell. Pass to Bryant. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts, a scorching 88%.
Thomas Bryant has been cooking all night, and they will ride him for as long as he'll take them.
Now here's Hardy. Back to Dinwiddie. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
McConnell finds Toppin. Bryant, a screen on Christie. Back to Bryant. Here's McConnell. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Marshall dishes to Dinwiddie. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Bryant. Shepard, the pass to Toppin. 6 feet out, and it's in there. That's 12 points for Obi Toppin.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Pass to Christie. They set the screen, and the rebound goes to the Pacers. Their next game, playing at home, is the Nets coming to town. That'll be the 2nd of 5 straight played at home.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Here's Christie. Back to Dinwiddie. Marshall sets a screen for Dinwiddie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drilled from 11 feet out.
Well, Dinwiddie is a very capable mid-range scorer. You love to see him find his rhythm.
Now McConnell. And Bryant kicks to Walker. Over in the corner, Shepard. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Lets it go from deep. Christie can't make it.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Pass to Toppin. Walker is screen on Christie. Toppin can't get it to go. Dallas has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Dinwiddie with it. Inside. Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Dinwiddie against McConnell. Back to Toppin. Here's Shepard. Here's Bryant, and there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Everyone knows Thomas Bryant is elite finishing the basketball in the painted area, but now get to that mid-range game, Thomas Bryant. Nicely done.
Now, here's Washington. Dinwiddie for 3.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3 ball, why do you keep firing from there?
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pacers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Oh, good on that.
Shooting for Dallas. Harden. 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good.
Listen, it's only one miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
Now, here's McConnell. Here's Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
3 points.
And so it's McConnell with it. They'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team.